Hey guys, how's it going? This is going to be the video review for the iPod Nano. Now, what's actually funny about this is I'm actually recording this after I recorded the, what's going to appear second in this video. The reason I'm recording this is I must have deleted the initial video I made when I got this thing a few months ago when I unboxed it and everything, so I just want to apologize for this. Don't be like me and accidentally delete, videos from your camera because, well, you'll be, you'll be up the creek. But anyway, I did an unboxing video of the iPod Nano 16 gigs. Now, I want to have full disclosure before I start the review proper. I didn't pay for this unit. I got it for free from, I use an app on my smartphone called Vigil. You get points for, doing things like checking in TV shows or whatever. And eventually you can get free junk like this. I got this iPod Nano for free. I did not pay for it, so there you go. Unfortunately, I can't do the unboxing because, like I said, I don't have the box anymore, and I deleted the video. Good for me, right? Anyway, what it comes with in the package is obviously it comes with this main unit here. It also comes with this USB cable, lightning connector, proprietary UGG. And it also came with some earbuds, which unfortunately I can't show in the video because I currently have them misplaced. I do own them, they are somewhere, and it does come with them, but I'm sorry I can't show it. So anyway, I'm going to pause right here and link up the other part of the video so you can actually get my impressions on this unit, all that. So be right back, guys. Okay, guys, as promised, here is the follow-up portion of me talking about the iPod Nano that I got. Now, I've had this thing for actually quite a while, and I think I might have actually had it a few months by this point. I just haven't had a chance to record the follow-up up until now, just, due to scheduling and all that. And plus, it gave me a fairly long amount of time to live with the device, see how it is, all that stuff. And it's just, kind of fortuitous timing since Apple just updated their iPod line, including the Nanos. Of course, their recent iPod update, the only difference with the Nano are the colors. They did not change anything else. They didn't give it any sort of storage increase, any spec bumps, anything. Even the software is identical. They changed nothing. No additional functionality, just colors. Yay. But I'll get into that here in a bit. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the earbuds that it comes with. Unfortunately, I don't have them to show right now because I misplaced them some time ago because I've not been using them with the player. Sorry. As far as my opinions of the sound quality, Apple's claims and reality, of course, are two different things. Apple claims the EarPods, quote, sound as good as high-end headphones. Obviously, you could tell from me laughing that I don't agree with that assessment. I will say one thing. They are the best sounding earbuds that I have. But that's like saying, it's the tallest kid in kindergarten. It's still a little kid. It's just maybe a slightly taller little kid than what you're used to. So yes, the sound quality is better than any earbuds I have, but they're still earbuds, so therefore they still sound pretty much like garbage until you get into really high dollar ones. Now, the headphones that I've been listening to this with are, of course, the Jesus Christ, the Monoprice 8323s, because these are my outdoor headphones, don't care what happens to them, etc. It drives these headphones real well, they sound real good with it. They're totally adequate and a million times better than the crappy earbuds that it comes with. I've also tried out the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs. Those work well with this device as well. So there you go. As far as what have I been, what type of files have I loaded onto this thing? I am transcoding just for files onto this player. I'm loading it up with 128K AAC files, and from what I've used on the player so far versus its total, formatted capacity, I estimate I'll be able to fit somewhere between 3,500 to 4,000 songs on there, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, of course, your mileage may vary. If you use higher bit rates, you'll obviously be able to fit less songs on it. Now, I would not suggest going underneath 128K unless you're just doing, if you're doing speech or audio books or something. Yeah, you can go beneath 128K, but for music, anything under 128K is pretty much going to sound like garbage. But 128K for portable, casual listening, I think is adequate. For serious music listening, absolutely not. But for this use case, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. So anyway, that's my recommended format for this 128K AAC. The end. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the pros of this thing before I start talking about the cons. One of the biggest pros of this thing actually is the sound quality. The DAC that they put in this is fairly high quality, I think. It actually sounds better than every single one of my Android devices. It absolutely does. No question. The DAC in this is real nice. Now, it's not as good as my Audio Engine D1, which is not surprising considering, the Audio Engine D1's $169 by itself, and it's just a headphone amp and a DAC. So it's probably going to sound better. But this beats every single one of my smartphones. So if I had to say what do I think the sound quality is on this, quite good, honestly. That's a major pro. Another pro of this device is its extreme ease of use as far as listening to music. This may not be showing up on camera well, guys, so I apologize. It's real easy, just hit the unit, go, hit the music icon and the, program, whatever, and it's, you can sort all the normal ways. I'm doing it by artist, and of course you can do all the songs at once if you want to, or, by album. Pretty much what you would expect, standard crap, right? It's real easy to use. The radio functionality in this is relatively easy to use as well. It's not going to work right now because I don't have any headphones plugged into it. Oh, what the heck. Let me go ahead and show off what that screen looks like. Let's go ahead and get some plugged in there. And the radio. Just hit the button there. Obviously. We get to hear some static. Let me turn the volume down. There we go. And if you have any, if you want to save a station as a preset, you just hit the star. It took me a minute to figure it out, but it was easy enough to figure out, sooner or later. But anyway, that's that. It's easy to listen, it's not hard to use. It's really not. So let's go ahead and unplug the headphone. Yep, telling me no radio signal. That's fine. As far as the other functionality on this thing, videos and photos, I'm not going to bother using it because the screen is absolutely tiny. Who cares? I mean, I'm not going to look at pictures or videos on this thing. It's just not going to happen. And it does have a Nike Fitness functionality. Now, I haven't tried that out yet. Sorry for knocking the camera there, guys. I haven't tried that out yet. Maybe I'll try it out next time I'm hiking or whatever, just to see how it does. But just haven't had a chance to test that out. I'm sure it works. Whatever. Maybe it'll tell me about how many steps I take, calories burned, all that stuff. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I really do like the basic functionality of the unit itself. It's nice and simple. Not a lot of functions, and the functions it has work well or easy, blah, blah, blah. Right? And, the screen quality for, what you're doing on this, the screen is clear, easy to read, etc. And the overall design of the unit itself, I actually like. The touchscreen's real responsive. I like the button layout. I do like the general layout of this device. And, it's a nice looking device, sturdy, all that. So those are what I would say are the pros of the pros on the device. Now I'm gonna start covering the cons. the most glaring con, at least as far as usability goes, is the fact that you have to have iTunes on your PC just to initialize this thing. You know, there's no way to, you know, basically get this thing initially working without iTunes. It's impossible, or at least maybe it's possible. I spent some time researching it, couldn't figure it out, so eventually I just gave in and downloaded iTunes, you know, to get this thing going initially, and it worked after that, no problem. After I did that, I started using Copy Trans Manager to, you know, manage the music on the iPod, copy music over all that. It works well. And it continues to work after I removed iTunes. Copy Trans Manager is continuing to function just fine. So, there you go. But yeah, it's definitely a pain in the butt. You must install iTunes for this to work. But that's due to Apple being so proprietary. And I tried iTunes out for, like, you know, a very short amount of time, aka less than an hour. And I found the software to be incredibly crappy. It really has, you know, earned its reputation as being poor software. I feel it's exceptionally bad, at least on Windows. Maybe it's better on Mac. I don't know. I don't have a Mac. But on Windows, it's absolutely atrocious. The other thing I don't like about it, and I already complained about this before, is the proprietary USB cable. I would prefer if it was just a micro USB, but whatever. And the biggest con to this thing is at $150, there's no reason for this device to exist here in 2015. It's way too expensive for what you get. But that seems to be Apple's way. You know, and if I had not gotten this thing for free, there's no way I would have this in my hands right now. If this had cost me money, there is no way I would have spent $150 on this. For what you get, the value just isn't there. For just $50 more, you can get an iPod Touch, which, of course, as you are aware, is you know, iPhone without the phone part. You know, that's all it is. It's an iPhone without a phone. You know, there's no reason for this thing to exist in 2015. You know, I don't know who the target audience is for this product. Maybe it's really the price that does it. If you know, I like the device overall, but the price really keeps me from being able to recommend this to literally anyone. If this thing was $50, I would say go get it. It's for $50, I would say it's awesome. If this thing had, say, I don't know, the price, if it had, you know, 256 gigs, 256 gigs of storage on it, I would say, yeah, get it. You know, but it's 16 gigs at $150. I just don't see it. I mean, because there are other MP3 players that are somewhat similar to this on the market that cost a lot less, that are a fraction of the cost of this. Or if you're going to spend this much money, hell, I'd recommend, on just an MP3 player, I'd recommend one of the newer Sony Walkmans, since that has all sorts of high-res audio capability and all that. Even though I'm not a big believer in high-res audio, if you really want to spend this kind of money on a portable player, that's what I would get in this price range. If you just want a basic MP3 player, which is what this is, I can't recommend it, because there is just literally, for the price, it's absolutely freaking ridiculous. But that's Apple. I mean, they always, you know, basically fuck you over on price. That's the Apple way. So, you know, that's it. That's pretty much the conclusion of my review. I like the device. I really do. But I can't recommend it to anyone because of the cost. I think it's a ridiculous cost. But if this thing appeals to you and you think you want to spend the money on it, I guess go ahead. I mean, it is a nice device, but it's not worth the money. If this was, say, I don't know, 2003 or 4, you know, if we had a time machine before smartphones were a thing, really, I would say this was worth the money. You know, back in 03 or 04, I would have said, yeah, this is definitely worth the money. But now, No, absolutely not. So anyway, that's going to wrap this up. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, please, as always, thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys next time.